folks, welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and this is my Dewey's 24-hour readathon vlog. I'm a little bit all over the place and disorganised and not really ready for it. This year, it has literally just started 3 minutes ago. It's 10 o'clock at night. I have had 2 nights that have been a bit insomniac. I'm very tired. But I have cleared my schedule for tomorrow. I've done all my uni work that I need to do this weekend. Thankfully there's a public holiday on Monday, so I can work on my essay that's due on Friday on Monday. But I've done this week's work, so I cleared that out. I did a bit of a grocery run, so I have snacks and drinks. Yeah, so I am doing it. I don't have a TBR. I do have my Owls Readathon TBR, but I'm kind of really not feeling it at the moment. I'm in a bit of a reading slump, to be honest. Outside of fan fiction, that I'm reading a shit ton of. Yeah, I'm just not reading much in the way of books at the moment. Although this week I did read 2 graphic novels, so that's good. So I'm going to attempt to read some of the stuff that's on my Owls Readathon at TBR tomorrow. But I'm also going to give myself some slack and just read what I want to read. Like, if I'm not feeling a book, I'm not going to force myself. So, like I said, I'm really tired. Usually I would try and read until midnight. But at the moment, I'm kind of thinking I might make myself a hot chocolate and finish the volume of Lumberjanes that I started earlier in the week. And then see how I feel. And maybe get some sleep and get up in the morning and read properly then. But yes, this might be a little less of an intense readathon than usual. In terms of audiobooks, I am most of the way through rereading Pride and Prejudice as read by Lindsay Duncan. I've been listening to that while I've been running, so I will probably go to a run tomorrow and listen to some more of that. But yeah, otherwise I'm not really sure what I'm going to read this readathon, so I'll update you on how tonight went in the morning. Hey, excuse the bad hair and the pyjamas and the dressing gown. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I slept until about 8, which was good, so I actually did sleep. Yay! Last night I finished off Lumberjanes Volume 7 and read a couple of chapters of Sense and Sensibility. This morning so far for 2 hours I've been reading Check Please fanfiction, which I don't usually do during readathons, but I'm kind of obsessed at the moment, so at least it's reading. The reason I'm not dressed yet is that my plan for today was to go for a run before I showered, but it's raining, so I just haven't kind of got out of bed yet. But yeah, so that's what I'm up to at the moment. And I'm thinking I might start Frogkisser by Garth Nix, which is the book I picked for my Transfiguration exam for my Owls. It's based on the Frog Prince fairy tales, but different. So Princess Anya needs to see a wizard about a frog. It's not her frog, it's her sister's. And it's not a frog, it's actually a prince. Prince who was once in love with Anya's sister, but has now been turned into a frog by the evil stepfather. And Anya has made a sister promise that she will find a way to return Prince Denholm to human form. So I'm hoping, I've not read a lot of Garth Nix, but I really, really loved Newt's Emerald, and it was hilarious. So I'm hoping from the sounds of it, this is going to be just as hilarious. And it's a fairy tale retelling, which you know I love. So I'm going to attempt to read this. Looks really good, and it's really green and yellow. I'll update you again later. Hey, it's just gone midday. I'm still in my pyjamas, although I've tidied my hair up a bit. I'm hoping the rain's gonna actually stop later in the afternoon, and so I will actually be able to go for my run. I just don't feel like 2 showers today. So, yeah. Anyway, what did I do? That's right, I've been reading Frogkisser. So I am 140 pages in. It's going well. It's very cute and very funny, and it's a quest. But it's the kind of quest where it pays attention to what it would actually be like. You leave, you haven't prepared, you don't have food, that kind of thing. It starts to rain, you run into random things that put you in danger and have to think on your feet. And yeah, so far they've only achieved one ingredient to the lip balm they need to make, let alone, you know, the rest of the quest. So, you know, but it's, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's quite good. I'm reading a bit slowly today, I think, because I'm still quite tired. I slept well last night, but after a couple of days of insomnia, I'm still a bit blur. So, but it's going well. It's going really well. So that's where I'm up to, and I guess I will keep reading this and get myself some lunch soon. Hey, so it's just gone 2:30 and I have finished Frogkisser by Garth Nix. This is a fantastic book. I had hoped it would be, and it really, really was. Very funny, very heartwarming. There's quests and sister promises and talking animals and animals that are transformed, people that are transformed into animals, which is, of course, why it's my transfiguration exam for the owls. And a whole bunch of references, a lot of which I probably, to be honest, missed. But 2 at least. One, the Sword in the Stone reference, and one Lord of the Rings reference that made me cackle. And that's good cackling, not evil cackling. Cackling because I was amused, not evil cackling. So, I have to finish this, so that's great. So, the weather still looks very overcast, but according to my Bureau of Meteorology app, the rain, which has stopped, has gone north of here. So I am going, as you can see by my outfit, I'm going to attempt to go running, during which I will be listening to the audiobook of Pride and Prejudice, read by Lindsay Duncan, which I've been listening to as I run recently. Usually I prefer music, but since I started running outside because the gyms are closed, I've actually been listening to Pride and Prejudice. So I've got about an hour and a half of that left, a bit less than an hour and a half, and my run's probably only going to be about half an hour or so. So yeah, I should get through a chunk of that at least. Yeah, and then I will come back and decide what else to read. Hopefully something else that will be for my Owls Readathon, because I'm actually making progress on it. Yay! Because I've read almost nothing all April. But yes, so that's what I plan to do for the next hour or so of the afternoon. Hey folks, so after I got done with my run and my shower and getting dressed and everything, I was so far into Pride and Prejudice, the audiobook, that I only had about half an hour left, which is not enough for my next run, so I just decided to finish it. So I've just finished the last hour and a half of Pride and Prejudice. So that's good. There's about 5.5 hours left of the readathon. So what I think I'm going to do next is attempt to plough through this and find the Tulip Touch. I really don't have any idea what it's going to be like. It's tiny. I think it's supposedly for kids. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think it was sent as a gift from a friend as one of their favourite childhood books. And I've just never gotten around to reading it. And this is the book that I selected for my arithmancy exam for the Owls Readathon, because I think it's a thriller and it's a children's book, which are 2 things I don't read much. And, well, at least it sounds like a thriller to me. Who knows? And arithmancy is supposed to be something that's not my usual genre. So, yeah, this is definitely probably not something I would usually pick up. So that is what I'm going to attempt to read next. It's only about like 150 pages and the writing's quite large, so it hopefully won't take me more than a couple of hours. We'll see. So it's just gone 6, which means there's just under 4 hours left to go to the readathon. I have finished The Tulip Touch by Anne Fine. Didn't really like it. Not my thing. A bit too dark for me, even for a children's book. I was tense the whole time I was reading it. The characters weren't really connecting with me. But that's something else ticked off for the Owls, so that's my arithmancy exam. So next up, I'm going to put some dinner on, and I think maybe I'll give it a go, give Harry Potter and the Cursed Child a bit of a go. I'm not really sure if I'm in the mood for it, but if I can get at least a little bit more read, that'd be good. If I don't feel in the mood to finish this, I might pick up Mary Robinette Kowal's second Glamorous Histories books, Glamour and Glass. Or maybe The Mocklaw Chronicles by Tansy Rand Roberts. I feel like rereading them sometime soon, maybe. So, we'll see. I'm feeling a bit up and settled. We'll see how far I get with this. And whether I decide to pick up something else instead. So, I finished Cursed Child. You know, it was okay. You know, I mean, I think I'm less in love with Harry Potter than I used to be. Like, I've been trying to reread them by audio and it's very slow going. I keep getting stuck. And I like the universe, but I think I've spent so much time reading fan fiction that I prefer fan fiction verse to the actual universe these days. But you know, I got over the awkward bits, and I finished it. So yay! I've now read Cursed Child. So next up, I have decided to read Glamour in Glass, which is by Robinette Kowal. It's a reread, but it's the second book in the series, and I never got any further. And there's like 3 more books in the series or something like that, and I want to read them because it's Regency with magic. So I reread the first one earlier in the year, and now I will be rereading the second one so that I can finally move forward. So yeah, it should be fun, you know, Regency. Even if I haven't read it for a long time, it's still Regency, and I seem to remember really liking it, so that's what's up next. There's about 2.5 hours left of the readathon, so I probably won't be able to read the whole thing, but hopefully you should get a reasonably good chunk done. Hey folks, another Dewey's 24-hour readathon is over. And believe it or not, I managed to finish another book before, like with minutes to spare. I was amazed at myself. So what was my total tally for this readathon, given that I was so relaxed? Well, this is what I read. I read the second half of Lumberjanes Volume 7, because I was already partway through it, so essentially the second half of this. I read 2 chapters of Sense and Sensibility before I went to bed. Then when I woke up, I read 2 hours worth of Check Place fan fiction. Yeah, can't even remember which stories I read because I was literally just going down the list. So who knows how long those were, but it was 2 hours worth. Then I read Frogkisser in its entirety by Garth Nix. I also read The Tulip Touch by Anne Fine in its entirety. I also finished off Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, the last hour and a half of my audiobook. I read the second half of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, which was also one of my books that I already had started, but it was about roughly halfway through, so essentially I read the second half of that. And then I finished up my night by reading the entirety of Glamour in the Glass. So, I read 3 entire books. I finished off 3, 2 of which were essentially halfway through. I read 2 chapters of a new started one, and 2 hours of fanfiction. That's still a lot of reading, even though I was taking a more relaxed approach. So I am very, very, very happy with that total. I have definitely, well, I'll do a wrap up for my Owls readathon with my regular monthly wrap up. But yeah, I'm quite proud of myself, actually. I think I am now back ahead of the game on my Goodreads challenge as well. So I'm really pleased. And yeah, so let me know if you participated in the readathon, what you've read, whether you've read the same books as I have, anything. Always happy to have people down in the comments talking to me about books. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye!